closely, and so the government department. Because all the government department, the only department that helped me quite a bit was COJ. This electricity department, the mayor will get the full answer in those letters, and we are definitely going to meet in the future. All three of us are going to spend discussing many other problems. And I would like to ask the mayor if you could please find time on a Saturday at 3 o'clock, if you could go to the swimming pool and see that the community that's involved in helping the Rainbow Nation. I want you to see that with your life, and most probably maybe you can make a pledge to help us as well. And thank you very much. But as I said, I will have a lot of other meetings. I don't want to waste time. There's a lot of problems, but we'll get to it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Mohammed Salaji. I'm the chairman of the Lenasia Business Forum, as well as a Ward Night Committee member, sitting with Councillor Imraan. Today I also want to take up too much of your time, Honourable Mayor. I'd just like to highlight a few points. And after I've done that, maybe we can propose to have further engagement between the Mayor, yourself, and us as the Lenasia Business Forum, and we can discuss the way forward. And like the youngster up front there, it's a matter of giving you solutions. Councillor Imraan has said we are solution-based. We don't want to give you our problems, we'd rather give you some type of solution. The current situation which we are facing is the taxi rank upgrade which is happening. We have a few questions with the legality of the property on which they are situated, which is directly opposite the Civic Centre. Done back in 2007, the Lenasia Business Forum in consultation with then MEC for Roads, Johannesburg Moosa, and this was a temporary situation. 13 years later, there needs to be an upgrade of the temporary facility, so we need to discuss that matter. Like the Honourable gentleman in front of me, I mentioned also, the civic amenities are no longer available in Lenasia. That is very unfortunate. If you want to do your passport, you want to do your ID, you've got to move out of Lenasia. If you have any problems with plans, you've got to go out of Lenasia. JMPD no longer sits in Lenasia. It's sad, but we used to have that in the past, and we don't have that anymore. Also, we need to talk about a precinct plan, which needs to happen for Lenasia. Very importantly, a precinct plan needs to be done, and that will give us a status of a metropolitan. With the status of a metropolitan, we have facilities like BRT, etc., which will be made available to us in Lenasia. Currently, we don't have that, so we would hope that we can get a precinct plan done. Also, Angerville is a private development, which the government only found out recently about, but has been there for the past 30 years. They are adding to the GDP of this country. They are adding to the GDP of Region G, which is a very impoverished area. So I don't have to tell you that Region G is the most impoverished area in the whole of the city of Johannesburg. So they've added a lot to the GDP, but unfortunately, there isn't enough infrastructure for them out there, and all the businesses have been doing it on their own. So some partnership with the government, hopefully with the city going forward, would help to take this to the next level as well. And the city has recently recognized them and put them as a priority economic zone as well. So that is the importance that they've given to it. Also, we'd just like to talk a little bit with regards to the commitment from you, Mr. Mayor. If you can give us your time and you can engage with us as a Lenasia Business Forum, we would really appreciate that, when we can sit, discuss a roadmap, look at a vision for Lenasia 2030, 2040. That will be something that we can put onto the cards, and we can look at how we can reach our roadmap to reach this goal and to go forward with it as well. In the interim, we would request that until this engagement takes place, that whatever is happening with the taxi upgrade and relocation be put on hold. We would really appreciate it. That would satisfy most of the businesses in the nation. I thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Mr. Executive Mayor and members of your esteemed council, cabinet, etc. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Krishna Addison. I'm from Lenasia. I've been living here for since the early 60s, when the group areas moved us from Johannesburg to Lenasia. There are so many issues, but other people are dealing with those. So I speak today on behalf of the Hindu Crematorium Committee. I'm the secretary, and I'm here with our chairman, Mr. Kapsipuri, and we want to just point out a couple of difficulties and problems that we are incurring. On the 28th of July 1985, the Lenasia Avalon Hindu Crematorium was officially opened by His Worship, the Mayor of Johannesburg, Councillor C.E. Faber. That is what? 35 years ago, together with the Hindu Crematorium Committee as a partnership. This crematorium was born out of the need to have a facility in Lenasia where our people had been relocated to due to the Group Areas Act. The only other facility was at Brixton, Johannesburg, which was used by communities coming from the West Rand, East Rand, and Johannesburg and surrounding areas. Special concern was given to the poor citizens of Lenasia, who found it difficult to pay for the funeral services going to Brixton. Today, the Lenasia Avalon Crematorium provides services to the West Rand, East Rand, and all towns south of Johannesburg, not only to Hindus but other religious groups as well. Statistics available show that the number of cremations are increasing steadily. And to this end, we are requesting the following. As just earlier in 2018, the MMC for Community Development made it known that most cemeteries in Johannesburg and Gauteng areas are already quite full, and running out of space and other means of funerals should be considered, such as increasing cremations, as well as having multiple family graves, one on top of the other. It must be understood that many of our community in recent times now live in townhouse complexes where funerals are not allowed to take place, and therefore affordability to hire walls and other facilities becomes expensive. We have been lobbying Johannesburg city parks and zoos for a long time now to help develop our 2.2 hectare site east of the Lenasia Avalon Crematorium to include a reception hall, including a kitchen, dining and inclusion facilities, adequate parking as per our architectural block plan, a garden of remembrance similar to the one at Brakpan Crematorium, a steel structure at the rear end of the existing crematorium to be erected simultaneously to accommodate additional funerals and rituals. The increased facility will cater for all population and other religious groups and foster better community development. We could assist co-funding the facilities, and the project could be done over 3 years. We also requested a GAT disposal of cremation ashes facilities to be built at Olifantsvlei Cemetery in the near future, and close to the clip reef, and we understand that an EIA environmental impact assessment study has to be conducted for this project. Over this past weekend, the crematorium had no water as the land invaders had diverted the water supply and were aggressive towards Joburg Water employees who came to fix up the problem. Can you imagine? No water, no sanitation. Electricity cables have been stolen and the backup generator was not working. The resulting lack of maintenance caused the funerals to be diverted to Brixton once again. So we implore you, Mr. Mayor, over the years,